Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how you can create this procedural ink shader in Blender. You can get the file for $1 through the link in the description. So let's get started. First let's hit Shift A and add a plane. Now go to Shading and go to Rendered View. I'm using this HDRI here. You can find a link to it in the description. And also this only works in cycles. Now let's create a new shader. Call it Ink for example. One more thing that I'm going to do is to add a Suzanne. Shift A, monkey, rotate it like this and Control 3. Scale it down, rotate it again, GZ, and rotate it like this and move it down again. Now let's shift select the plane and press Ctrl L, link materials. Delete the principled BSDF and add a toon BSDF. This shader is only available in Cycles. Set the size to 0.23 and add a texture coordinate node. Plug the generator into the normal. Now add a color ramp and set the black to 0.23. Connect the color to the color. Add a mix node. Connect the color to the factor and duplicate it and connect the color to the color 2. Duplicate the color ramp and duplicate it again. Connect this one to color 1 and this one to color 2. Now for this one let's set the black somewhere around here and the white here. And for this one let's put the black somewhere around here. Duplicate the mix node again and plug the color into the factor of the color ramp on the bottom. Now add a wave texture. Connect the color to color 1. I'm also going to add a light real quick so we can see this better. GZ, move it up and rotate it like this. And let's move it on the X and scale it up. Now set the power to 100 for example. Now back to the wave texture. Set the scale to 40. And set the distortion to 1. By the way, if you want to get these previews here, you can get the node preview add-on through a link in the description. Now add a noise texture. Connect the factor to the factor here and to the color. Set the scale to 110 and the detail to 15. Now the next step isn't necessary, but I think it gives a nice effect. With the noise texture selected, press Ctrl T and connect the window to the vector and connect the vector to the vector of the wave texture. And now if we move our view, the lines are going to align with the view. Let's go back to layout mode and, by the way, shade smooth here. Hit Shift A and add a camera. Select the Suzanne and press delete on the numpad. Now press Ctrl Alt 0 to come into camera view and G Z to move it like this. Now let's move the plane so that it covers the view of the camera. I'm going to reposition Suzanne a little bit, like this. Save if you haven't already. Now under render properties, you can use 128 samples and we don't really need denoise I think. And if you have this enabled, like I do, you need to disable use nodes, because if you render it and have this enabled with this setup, it will just be white. So now let's press F12 to render. As you can see, I changed the position of the camera and the rotation of the light so that I get this dark spot here. I think that looks nice. Now let's press F12 to render the image. With Suzanne selected, let's go to the subdivision modifier and set the render to 3. Now let's save again and press F12. So that's it with the tutorial. I hope you liked it. Please let me know what I should do next, and I'll see you next time.